Messi finally wins a trophy with his international team. Liverpool have announced their pre-season fixtures. A German club is looking to be interested in Origi. Leonardo Bonucci takes the piss. And Jack Grealish speaks out after England lose to Italy in the Euro final. All that and more on today's Redmond Roundup. Hello there everyone, welcome back to James Redmond TV and welcome to another Redmond Roundup, the show where we give you all your latest news and updates on LFC and football related topics. People, it has been a hectic weekend, I am not going to lie to you. Man has had no sleep in the building. I was watching the Conor McGregor and Poirier fight on Saturday, which was insane. Obviously, this is a Redmond Roundup where we talk about football, but the UFC was a madness this weekend. And in my opinion, with the way the fight ended, there has to be a fourth, yeah? And McGregor is making himself look like a bit of a... But you can also see, my man broke his ankle and started promoting the next fight like that. You've got to respect and admire the persistence of him wanting to sell pay-per-views. And I think the next fight will be closer than maybe what we anticipate. But Poirier still gets the edge. I love Poirier. Proper warrior. But again, this is not a UFC show. This is the Redmond Roundup. And I suggest we just get into today's Redmond Roundup. So following the McGregor and Poirier fight, I obviously went to watch the Euros, which was yesterday. We lost to Italy, and the team that I said was actually going to win the Euros ended up doing the damn thing. Italy just looked like the toughest team to beat. Again, that was displayed against us. I know England conceded very few goals, but you've got to grant the fact that we was on the weaker side of the group stage. But the first thing that I just want to say is all them players in that team, from Harry Kane to Saka to Sancho to Rashford to Henderson, who barely played, to Harry Maguire, who took a world-class penalty, to Jordan Pickford, who stepped up on the biggest stage. You have to give admiration to all these players. I don't like England as an institution. And again, this is a Redmond Roundup, so I want to keep it positive vibes, but we know what went wrong after yesterday's game. We saw the abuse to the likes of Saka, a 19-year-old kid who was doing way more with his damn life than what any of us could even possibly imagine. He is living the dream that we all dream of, and it's jealousy at its finest. This country is not perfect. England is... You know, some people might not label it racist, but there's many racist people within this country, which was displayed yesterday. A black man took us out of the group stage and got us to the final in Raheem Sterling. A black man decided to feed hungry children, give them free school meals when the government didn't want to do it just because they didn't feel like it and they didn't feel like it was the best move. You talk about, you know, Saka is another part in this team where he's been a big part of the Euros, and then you see the abuse that he gets after games, and that right there is why I do not support the English institution. I do not support it, because when Raheem Sterling is on fire, you're not going to see it in the headlines. You're going to see Harry Kane when he finally gets his first goal in the Euros, whereas Raheem Sterling's been doing the damn thing. This is my issue, and this is why I just wanted to bring it up, because as I should be sitting here right now devastated about the fact, you know, my nation has just lost the Euros and stuff like that. I'm devastated for the players, because it would have been great for them to be able to achieve an international trophy with their team and with their boys that they've grew up with, the likes of Mason Mount and Declan Rice. But it wasn't meant to be, and here's the thing, it still should have been a beautiful moment. In victory or defeat, these players should have been celebrated for the summer that they have gave us all as fans, and now it's just been dampened and ruined by the minority, granted, but still a very rather large minority of people who are out there now pushing black people into, like, the Thames, which is something that I heard someone getting pushed onto a train track. All this stuff that is occurring based on a football match, black people having to leave pubs just simply because of the colour of their skin and they don't feel safe around other people there. People joke about it, but it's not really a joke, it's actually a serious thing. And white privilege is very much a thing when you take into consideration, I don't have to worry about them things. If you're white, you don't have to worry about them things. That's all I'm going to say on the matter. I've spoke about it a little bit on my Instagram as well. I just give all my best thoughts to the likes of Saka, Sancho and Rashford, all the players I give the best wishes to all of them, but they're the ones who are going to be suffering the most, as well as their families. So be sure that you're kind, people, because it's only free, it doesn't cost nothing, and don't be sending no abuse of any form in their direction, because that just makes you a wanker. But fair play to Italy nonetheless. They done the job they very much needed to do. Players like Chiesa turning up, 38-year-old Chiellini and Bonucci turning up, and then you've got Donnarumma winning every damn penalty shootout that is thrown in his way. But the second that Italy did win the game, Bonucci did not take long to take the piss. Here's a clip.
He's coming Rome! He's coming Rome!
It is coming to Roma, it is coming to Roma, coming to Roma. Bonucci, bloody hell, lads, you think you play for Roma? Friggin' Jose Mourinho, with the way you scream and Roma there, you bloody knobhead. What the fuck is that on my hat, mate? That was fucking... So Jack Grealish speaks out to Gareth Southgate. Now the reason being is because the second the game concluded, it was a bit odd for a lot of England fans, including myself to be fair, to see the likes of Saka stepping up for a penalty before the likes of Jack Grealish. Now for those who don't know, Gareth Southgate very much certainly set out the order of what these penalties were going to be taken as. And when the order list was revealed of who was to take which penalty, Jordan Pickford was 7th and Jack Grealish was 8th. Jordan Pickford was going to take a penalty before Jack Grealish, and the reason why I'm bringing this up is because there was kind of like a misconception after the game, talking about, like, you know, why are senior players like Jordan Henderson, you know, being subbed off and then not taking a penalty. Again, that's a Gareth Southgate decision. But then you've got Jack Grealish, who's actually there to take a penalty, but he's not even in the first 6. Why make it make sense? And again, I wanted the same clarity, I wanted the same answers. Did Jack Grealish step back from taking the penalty, which wouldn't make any sense, and then him coming out with this tweet about, you know, Gareth Southgate respecting the manager, still giving him his dues for what they've achieved, but saying, no, I wanted to take a penalty. He was not scared, and same went for the other leaders, and the coach just got it wrong in this one. He got it wrong at the final hurdle, and I'm not trying to be like, I told you so, but we all know Gareth Southgate is not the most credentialed. I'm not saying sack Gareth Southgate, you know, he's just got us to a final and lost to Italy. It's really not that bad. I've saw much worse things happen, and a penalty shootout is always a lottery, but you've got to give yourself the best possible chance. And I think making decisions by leaving one of your more leader, you know, your biggest leaders essentially till the later penalties, I don't know if that makes too much sense, but let me know what you think in the comments down below. Did Gareth Southgate get it wrong on this one? Lionel Messi. What more do I need to say about Lionel Messi? He's just the greatest of all time, besides Sadio. Okay, I'm not going to make the joke today. Lionel Messi's the greatest, people. Come on now, like, give me this one. Lionel Messi is insane. He had like 10 goal contributions of the 12 goals Argentina scored in this Copa America. He's finally got that international trophy that he really, really did need when it comes to his legacy, because that was something that was always being brought up. I'm not saying the trophy makes him eclipse Ronaldo, but it definitely closes that conversation about could he do it for his country or could he do it somewhere else. Messi could do it anywhere he wants. It doesn't fucking matter. Just look at the player playing, you'll know what he can do. Here's a clip, though, of him embracing Neymar after the game, which was actually rather emotional.
Messi, Neymar. No, esta imagen es fuertísima, eh.
Oh, bless them. So Liverpool's pre-season games have been announced, and they read as follows. A 30-minute mini-game versus FC Wacker Innsbruck. Wow, that's a crazy name, that. But anyway, Wacker Innsbruck at 5 p.m. and Stuttgart at 5:45 p.m. behind closed doors, so they're obviously proper Jag friendlies. But then on Friday, July 23rd, Mainz will play Liverpool at the, let's give this one a good go then, the Greisbergers Belton Arena with 3,500 fans at the capacity. And then on Thursday, July 29th, we have Hertha Berlin at the Tivoli Stadium Innsbruck with 15,000 people there. So they're the pre-season games that have been announced. 2 games behind closed doors on July 20th. July 23rd, we play Mainz, which is Klopp's former club, for those who don't know. And then on Thursday, July 29th, we are playing Hertha Berlin. Games that should be very, very winnable, but very interesting nonetheless. And then lastly, before we finish off today's Redmond roundup, Borussia Mönchengladbach have reportedly made a bid for Divock Origi, according to my man Grizz. Shout out my brother from the LFC Day Trippers. But Liverpool will unlikely accept this bid. They are more likely to want around the fee of £15 million. And for a striker who is 26 years of age and furthermore has only got 1 goal in last season's campaign, I don't think 15 million is a bad option for Origi. I don't think we're going to sell him for 10, because if you think about last season and the season before, he was rumoured to be about £20 million. He had that, sort of good hot streak of when he was in the Champions League with Liverpool. Now that's gone. People just now need to know Origi for what he is. He's a good goal scorer, but he needs a run of games, and he just hasn't been given that by Liverpool or by Jurgen Klopp. You can just see he's not favoured. So if Liverpool can sell him, I think they will, and I think they should. But please do not misconstrue that for me not loving Divock Origi. He will always be my favourite player of all time for what he done. There you go, I said it. Anyway, people, that has been the end of today's Redmond roundup. Sorry if I ranted on a few topics, but hopefully you still enjoyed. If you did, then always smash a like. Thank you so much for the subscribers who are joining the channel. We're getting ever closer to 50k, and just honestly, I really, really do appreciate it. Do you know what? I'm gonna follow 5 people back. If you leave in the comment section say James stinks of proper cheese. I don't think. Yeah, say that. Say James stinks of proper cheese with your Instagram or your Twitter, and I'm gonna choose 5 random people to follow back. If you want to follow, I know it's not the greatest gift of all time, but if you want to follow back, that's your chance to do it. Leave your Instagram or your Twitter. Say James stinks of proper cheese, and then we move, and I'll give you a follow back. I'll give 5 people a follow. Fuck it. Let's make it 6. Anyway, thank you for watching this video. Smash a like, and I will see you all later. Peace out.